Barbados, get up.
Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
It is Friday. Oh, thank God it's Friday, everybody. Good morning to you indeed, and welcome to Friday, the 5th of September, 2025. I'm Pearson Bowen. Wonderful having you company. Thank you for waking up to keep us company as well. To those of you joining us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, a fantastic Friday morning to you. What are your plans for the weekend? If you have none so far, you need to stick around because we have some options to share with you that will help to make up your mind as to what to do this weekend. So stick around for that. But most of all, I ask you to share the show, and you do so. And I say thank you as well for doing that. If you know of something or someone whose story you believe we need to talk about right here on Mornin Barbados, it's your duty to tell us about it. And you do so by sending us an email. Our email address is morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Again, morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to those of you who do so already, thank you for doing so, for reaching out to sharing. So, what's happening this weekend? Well, this weekend a lot of attention will be turned to our seniors. Indeed, all month of September is Senior Citizens Month, but it seems as if the whole year has been dedicated to our seniors. Indeed, they're so active, and so we'll be talking to them a little bit in a moment about what we can expect this weekend and what you need to come out and support as well this weekend, and perhaps introduce you to some other disciplines that you've not yet tried. And yes, I mean try, at least try to fall in love with. And so we'll talk to them about that in a moment. We've had the song, the folk song, Millie Gone to Brazil. But why did Millie go to Brazil? What is so special about Brazil? We'll talk to someone who knows answers to those questions, because Brazil is marking on Sunday its 203rd anniversary of independence. And we want to take a look at that South American country in just a little while. We'll also meet the recipients of prizes in the Colin Hudson Awards. We want to know what that's about, why were they nominated in the first place, and what were they doing to receive these awards and prizes and recognition. So they'll join us in a bit to talk about that as well. Lauren Nichols has written a book called Safe Space for My Wild Faith. Why is her faith considered to be wild? What's that about? She'll share between the pages with us in just a little bit, because she's launching the book this weekend. To you, Curtis Hope, I say good morning. Thank you for messaging. Curtis, have a lovely today. He's watching us on our YouTube streams. Patricia Ben, good morning to you. Pat Ben as well. Have a lovely today and a great, wonderful weekend as well. Also today, we'll remind you what else is happening in St. James as we continue to gather there in that parish as they look at cricket. Marcia Rock, good morning. She says good morning to all the beautiful people. She's wishing everyone a fantastic Friday. We say the same to you, Marcia. Have a lovely today. Have a great weekend. But Marcia, don't stay at home. There are things happening all over the island and you need to get out. Just as you did last week for Carifesta, get out, girl, and get involved indeed. And so we're looking at what's happening in St. James in just a little while as well, when they join us to talk about what else to expect as we gather in the parish. But we're 4.5 minutes after the hour already. Time has really gone by so swiftly. And what's happening this weekend at the Barbados Community College? Yes, indeed. An expo for us all to age healthy and to stay active. And I say us because I fall already within that category. Where did the time go? And so joining me as we take a look at what to expect this weekend is Ian Bourne, who himself is the communications specialist with the National Seniors Games. And you're also one of the members, right?
That's right.
Good to have you, Ian. You brought along with you a man who's taking part in, you know, you've never heard of this before? Walking football. Walking football. Imagine that. Justin Catlin will join us to talk about that. Just I can't wait to hear about the rules to walk in football. Tara Mears has said she's registered for volleyball. Has she played it before? Is this the first time playing volleyball? We will find out from her in a little bit as well. And Mahu told me, you got to learn how to fall. You have to learn how to fall because there's a way to fall. Skating is what Sylvester Maynard does, and so he's participating as well. Look at these lovely seniors. It feels so weird because all of you look so young.
Thank you.
You're
I'm probably the
welcome,
youngest.
Ian. Let's talk about this weekend. Let's start there, Ian.
Yeah.
I know it's at the Barbados Community College. What's happening?
It's the 6th and the 7th, Saturday, Sunday. It's 10 a.m. each morning. For the members of the public who need transportation, we're going to have a shuttle service with the Transport Board, both at the Granville Williams and the Princess Alice terminals. That'll be from 9 in the morning until 8 in the evening each day. We also, there's going to be an opening ceremony on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock with Minister Emeritus Cynthia Ford. No, she won't have the starting pistol this time. She always gets. I love to tease her about it and just to watch her reactions. But People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, we are very focused on the fact that Barbados is a super age society. 20% of the population. As I remember correctly, we'll be between 60 and 65 by the year 2030. And by United Nations standards, that qualifies Barbados as a super age society. This expo is to encourage active living, active lifestyles. Yes, there's skating, yes, there's volleyball, there's also the mind games, there's darts, there's chess, etc.
There's a lot happening at the community college, and it's happening across the campus as well. It's not just on the playing field.
Correct.
It is in different areas. So if we want to find the calendar so we find our place.
Oh, you can find it in our social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. You go in the search bar, you type in Barbados National Senior Games, and you can scroll through and you'll have a map of the playing field. You'll also have a list of the events. In fact, there are events that would be going on throughout each day. Walking football with Justin is happening on Saturday morning, approximately 10 o'clock.
Wow. So he just called your name Justin. So
Yes,
Justin,
please.
how can you walk football?
Well, it's one of the most beautiful things. We know that football is called a beautiful game, and walking football actually started in the UK around 2011, and then it took off. So there are lots of clubs, community groups, churches, and stuff started to get involved in it. It's all across Europe, and then while I was doing my postgraduate studies in sports business management in Canada, I did some research on the walking football, and I discovered how impactful it was. I was able to work closely with Ontario Soccer Association and Oshawa Cape Soccer Club up there, and being able to institute that not only with the local or recreational clubs, but at the Ontario or provincial level. So with that being in mind and thinking of these senior games, I really wanted to bring it back home to Barbados and do something new, and not only in Barbados but in the region. And I know that Barbadians love football. We have our the Man U fans, we have our Arsenal fans and Chelsea, but I wanted to focus on the seniors and let them know that there's still room for them. It's an inclusive sport, and we can still focus and still have a lot of fun playing this walking football.
How do you ensure that I don't run football? Because, the temptation will be to do a skip faster just to get to the ball. What are the rules?
So the rules start with it's no running. So there's no running allowed. You have to walk.
So how do you ensure that my foot was not off the ground long enough as to be considered a run?
Well, there'll be the referees there to kind of manage the game and so on, but the emphasis is on really walking. You're walking, you're maneuvering. It's a non-contact sport as well,
Right.
so there's no tackling, there's no
Okay.
pushing. You don't have to worry about a guy coming to slide tackle you or anything of that sort. The other thing is that it's going to be played in a six-a-side format. There's going to be a goalkeeper. The goalkeeper doesn't have to kick the ball out, half field or whatever the case is. They're allowed to roll the ball out with their hands at a certain distance. And we are encouraging fun. There's rolling subs as well. So persons can sub on or sub off. And most importantly, we just want persons to have fun. There are lots of benefits, cardiovascular, improvement, mobility, and so on. So it should be fun.
I'm watching my monitor there. I was seeing an element of what walking football looks. It's like a little bit runny, but at the same time, that's what
You can walk fast, but you can't run.
All right, sir.
Yes.
And it's six-a-side.
Yes.
Do you have enough members or teams tomorrow for tomorrow's competition?
Well, we've invited some church groups and some other persons, some persons from we reach out to BAMSAC and so on. So we're looking to get really good numbers coming forward. And it's an open something as well. Persons can just come on, try it as
Okay.
well. So it's not limited to just a specific team, but we're encouraging Barbadians to come on out and have a really good look at the first look at walking football.
And the thing is, you can walk at your pace. You can
Yes.
walk at and you still enjoy the sport that you've always enjoyed, even in your
Yes.
youth, and
Yes.
still play the game,
And still
score
play the game.
goals.
Yes.
And this is the first time it's being played competitively in Barbados.
First time ever.
So
First time.
Good. So history is being made now.
Yes.
All right. Seniors, you get to make some history tomorrow. But because you're unfamiliar with the rules, it could be a
Right.
little bit of a spectacle. And so we encourage families and everyone else to come over to watch, to cheer on, to encourage. And then perhaps you'll find yourself learning how to take a fall, but also learning how to run, and not run, but walk football. Walk football.
Walk football,
Fair enough.
yes.
It starts at 10.
Yes.
How many teams are competing tomorrow?
So again, it's an open forum. So as persons come, we're going to be able to put persons in particular
Okay.
teams because it's the first time ever. So we want to put persons in the right teams. It can be 2 teams playing at the same time, one on either side. And we want persons to just come and try it. We want persons to walk at their own pace. Doing my research, we had someone as old as 89 playing walking football,
Nice.
and they were rather mobile. They were rather fit for that age. So it's really not about the age. It's more about the participation, what it does benefit-wise, cardiovascular, health improvement, balance, mobility, coordination, and most importantly, having fun
Yeah.
at the senior games.
Do you have those positions as well as midfielder, defender, all those?
Yes, we will start the game off with the normal positions, left back, right back, etc. But then as the game go on, we
Just
know
walk
that
and
just
play.
people just walk and play freely, and most importantly, have fun.
Yeah, we don't want you to be a professional necessarily. Just walk and have some fun and
walk
kick
out.
the ball into the goal and
Yes.
score some goals,
Yes.
win some
In an
prizes as
organized way.
well.
Yes.
Fair enough. Tara,
Hi,
you're doing volleyball.
I am.
Were you always a volleyball player?
Yes and no.
Which
Yes.
is it, shall I believe?
Well, I played volleyball in my youth. I played nationals from 15 to 21. My last tournament was in 2000, which was 25 years ago. I went back out, well, I got domestic and had 4 kids,
Yes.
got married, and went back out periodically in between. So when I got the invitation to come play in the senior games, I mean, it was a no-brainer. It's like, sure, even though I
Yes.
haven't played in about 3 years. So here I am.
In terms of getting yourself fit and ready, because it's a pretty active sport,
Yes,
what did you have to do?
Well, I keep playing, not volleyball. When I say play, I see play as movement. You know, keeping your body moving, whether it's going in the water and swimming, whether it's playing paddleball, whether it's going training the body. So I'm active at least 3 days a week. So coming into this, all I needed to do was do a lot more squats because volleyball is a squatting game. Everything is squatting.
Yes.
So I just needed to prep my body for that movement up and down because I'm playing libero, which is the defense specialist.
Right.
So I'm always in that squatting position. So it was just to prep my body with that, prep my mind because the intensity of the game, you can get burnout really fast. So prepping my body, eating, you know, well, that's natural too, but just taking more note of what I'm putting in my body to feel lighter for what was coming.
You're sharing some good points for our seniors. You know, oftentimes we assume as we age that we should stop some of the things that we ought to be doing that we thought because we became mature. And so, I ain't able no more, I tired. We hear all the excuses. But you were saying, given your lifestyle, you have maintained your body and your vessel in such a way that you are able to compete this year.
Yes, because this is the only vehicle we have. Like this has to carry us into 110. That's me.
And beyond, perhaps.
Exactly. So if we conk out and go like, oh, I'm tired, but you have to give your body a reason to be tired. If you're just feeling tired, it's just lethargy. You need to get up. You need to go for a walk. Go in the ocean. Like the ocean, we are surrounded by water. We should be in the water every day. It's beautiful. It's appealing for the eyes. It's great for the body. So it's like, just do something. Play. Just play. You know, play with your grandkids. Play with your kids. Just do something to get that movement going. It's really ain't that hard if you think about it.
If you think about it, and you can be inspired from tomorrow, Saturday, at the Barbados Community College, where the game of volleyball will also be played. But you know, as you said, you could conk out, and sometimes you could conk out so hard. Sylvester does skating. And you know, how many years have you been skating now, Sylvester?
To be honest, about 42, 43 years.
Wow. So almost every day of your life you've been skating.
Well, consistently for the last 5 years, but I stopped like in 86, 87.
And you don't get scared of putting on skates and skating?
Listen, when you start to skate, you fall in love all over again. The free movement that you have and the ability then to create, like for instance, in skating you have like different formats. You have like race skating, you have figure skating, you actually have people who do hockey, you do what you call roller derby. So there are different features, but dance skating is more my lane and
Dance skating?
yeah.
Also to music?
The music, correct.
Oh, this is sport.
Well,
this is fun.
And exercise too as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
So where do you do this?
Well, there are a number of places right now. There's outside and inside. When they say that, there's some people who like to be on the outside, on the Barber Green surface, or sometimes we do it at the Koiman, which is
Paved.
a long stretch, right? Then we use George Street Auditorium or Leicester One School, or there's a place in the Ivy Social Center.
Right.
Right, there we go there sometimes and skate.
So the different surfaces on which you can skate. And I'm
Exactly.
watching my screen right now. You could turn over just briefly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking. Is that what you call dance skating?
Yes.
All right.
Correct.
And do you find a lot of people your age, your demographic, doing this?
And the thing about it, when they see you, man, you gotta get back a pair of skates something instead of a cap. The joke is no, with skating, your muscle memory kicks in after you start to make the movement. So they come up for the first time, put on the skates and figure that they can come straight in and do something. And that's when they start to wobble and, my God, are you to practice, boy? You can't get to do it. They want to give up and that sort of thing. You know? But like Tara said, what helps me too is that I swim every day. So swimming keeps you agile and fit, you keep moving. It's
Well
great
done.
exercise.
This is sweet. And so, Ian, all of this is happening on 2 days. But
Yes.
will we get the same disciplines each day or different disciplines?
No, it'll be different disciplines.
Okay.
And in fact, today there's going to be some volleyball.
Today,
that-
Fred?
Yeah, that's taking place at Barbados Community College. That's from 5 in the evening, right?
6:30.
6:30. Okay. And then there's also some regular tennis, not the road tennis. That's at the tennis center in Wildy. That's at 6:15 this evening. And as I said, for people that want to get a bus, they can on either day, Saturday or Sunday. From 9 in the morning till 8 in the evening, whether it's the Princess Alice or the Granville Williams terminal. And anybody that was looking to get, speaking of seniors, the senior pageant, which is being done with the Golden Years, that's being done with our other sister department, which would be the National Assistance Board. All the tickets are sold out.
Yes.
It's sold
Whoa,
out.
serious. This is great.
Yeah, it's as far as I know, it's the inaugural Golden Years senior pageant for Barbados. We've got 6 men and 6 women vying for varying set of special prizes.
So, also on each day at 4 o'clock, I know there's a warm-up workout
Yes.
session as well.
Correct. Just looking for the details here. Right. 4 o'clock. There on the playing field, there's going to be a movement session with spinny. We're also going to have rowing, a demonstration of wushu and tai chi, some slamming of dominoes, and that's
on
for
Saturday.
Yeah, that's Saturday. Sunday, it's going to be another movement session. This time, it's going to be with Bajan Fusion, which is Celia Collymore.
Yes.
And we're also going to get some rowing as well.
Right, so all over the campus of the Barbados Community College, there is something happening. If you look at your screen, folks, you follow the calendar. Of course, you just follow by going to bnsg.org to see the calendar of events and come out, get involved. Food and drinks will be on
Yes.
sale, Ian?
Yes.
So we can spend the day.
Yeah, and there will also be product sampling and health checks. And if there's any questions you might have, you can call us at 256-GAME. That's 256-4263.
Simple Simon met the pieman. And so tomorrow and again on Sunday, we are coming out as a family, really as a family. So if mommy, daddy, uncle, grandma is not quite able and you need to get them in the car, get them on the bus, bring them out, because you will find a change in their spirit when they see people like themselves just actively doing things. And so that's what it's all about, to inspire. We're having our seniors inspire us in tremendous ways. And so for us younger ones, right, Justin?
That's correct. That's correct.
You know, we
33.
see what is ahead, and we get ourselves ready to engage, to
Yes.
continue to engage, never to stop.
Yes.
And that's what the National Seniors Games are all about. And that's what
Yes.
it's, when we say active aging, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
As you continue to age so actively, don't stop. Don't stop. That's when you fall. And then when you fall, you want to give up. So we're saying don't give up, keep going. So
Correct.
tomorrow and again on Sunday, beginning at 10 o'clock each day, we want you to come assemble at the Barbados Community College where all of the action shall be indeed. There's ample parking and you can walk right in. There's a shuttle service starting, the bus services
starting from 9 o'clock
9
in the
o'clock.
morning until 8 in the evening.
Right.
Both the Princess Alice and the
Granville
Granville
Williams.
Williams terminals.
Fantastic. So turn out, folks. This is free. And so when you come,
Yeah,
you're
I was
having
about
a
to
good
say
time.
hobby class, actually.
Well done, Ian. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Thank you,
Thank
Justin.
you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Tara and Sylvester.
Thank you.
I hope you're okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. And I want you to follow my word and come.
One of these days, my brother, one of these days, challenge me, man. That's okay. I accept your challenge.
Thank you.
Aye.
Good, man. We're taking a break here on Morning Barbados. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
So we're 24 minutes now after the hour of 6 o'clock as we turn our attention to one of our neighbors to the south, the South American country of Brazil. And so there are many, many things that we can enjoy about Brazil. We know it's carnival, we know it's music, we know everything else. But what else don't you know? We'll find out this morning because Professor Elaine Rocha is with me right now. And so she'll explain even further why we should really celebrate our relationship with Brazil. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I started the show this morning by saying, we remember the folk song, Millie Going to Brazil.
Yeah.
And as it so happens, as I was sharing with you a moment ago, you said to me that you were writing a book on this.
Yeah, it's already written. It's in the final stages of polishing, and we believe it's coming out next year.
So why did Millie go to Brazil?
Yeah, it's a very kind of a sad story. It's the first introduction that I had to Barbados when I came here. Dr. Watson, Carl Watson, very good friend, somebody that opened his arms to me. He told me this story and showed me this song and everything, and I was caught up. So I'm being researching on this type of migration, but certain things about Millie always in the back of my mind. So at the end, examining our documentations and searches, I was sure that although people thought that the story was from the 1930s or 20s, I said, no. That story is earlier. So Millie never went to Brazil. She died in 1916. But the story is that probably her sister went to Brazil. And she was waiting for a letter from the sister. So she always in her mind, she'll say, okay, one day I'm going to Brazil.
I got you. So that's the premise upon which we'll start. There must have been something about Brazil that even then we wanted to go to Brazil. Yes. Describe for me your land of your birth and why it is in itself so important to people wanting to visit.
Well, Brazil is the largest country in South America. It's the same size as the United States if you consider only the continuous territory. It's rich, more than 8,000 kilometers of beaches everywhere. We have lots of thousands of rivers, we have the mountains, we have snow in the south, we have desert in the northeast, we have the rainforest, lots of issues there, but very rich, very large cities, economic development, industries, minerals. So it is a very important territory and is also geopolitically the most important area in South America.
Interesting. We know the football as well.
And the football.
It is so vast. You have over 220 million people in Brazil, which is quite a population. And its power. Talk to me about the geopolitical positioning of Brazil and its importance, not just to South America, but to its neighbors, us in CARICOM.
Yeah, so we are neighbors with every country but Peru. There's only one, and there is, which one is the other one? Chile, that doesn't share a border with Brazil in South America. But also it plays, it balances the power in the hemisphere also with the United States. And it's very important partner in not only for trading, not only for commerce, but it's also a partner for cooperation, for research in different areas, in the health, for example. During the COVID, Brazil produced its own vaccine and exported. Actually, Brazil also produced the important medicines like HIV, AIDS, cocktail of drugs, back in the 1990s, the end of the 1990s and the 2000s, and exported that at a very, very low cost, or even sometimes at no cost to African countries, for example. So it is a good alternative. And in the past at least 30 years, Brazil is making an effort to open up and build relationship, what we call the South-South, but we know there's not South-South because Brazil is building good agreements and good relationships also with China, with India, with Mexico. So it's not only South-South, but when you say South-South, it's like south from what was the traditional, major economies in the world. So that's what we mean. And that I think the world is learning now that we need to spread our alternatives.
And you're doing so very well indeed. And so being able to take the message of Brazil and the ethos of Brazil to other spaces, I know this is what your president is very interested in seeking to do as well. Luis Lula Inácio da Silva. Luis Inácio Lula da Silva is his name. And so Here we are now, 203 years of independence on Sunday coming.
Yeah.
203 years of independence. We're getting ready to mark our 59th year of independence. There's a lot we can learn from you. But as I was getting ready for today, I was looking at the story of how Brazil sought and got its independence.
Yeah.
Could you share a little bit of that history with us?
It is interesting because the independence came in 1822. But in 1808, Brazil was not a colony anymore. And that's, we have this period. Because when Napoleon invaded Portugal and Spain, the royal family ran away. And they came to Brazil. And it's like the Air Force One. Air Force One is where the president is. So where is the headquarters of the Portuguese Empire? Would be Brazil, because the king was there. And as the king arrived there, it's not only the presence, but it had to open a national bank. It had to start coin to make the coin and to mint the gold and silver and make coins in Brazil. So we are now the center, the heart of the big empire that involves colonies in Africa and in Asia as well. And Portugal, the Portuguese are not going to be happy with that because of all the point of content. Portugal was depending on Brazil.
Yes.
And that also created lots of institutions. We opened the School of Medicine, a law school by 1808. So when the royal family had to move back to Europe, and the prince became in Brazil, became the regent in Brazil, was just a little push for Brazil to become independent, because at this point we had the institutions, we have the infrastructure was under construction. Unfortunately, our independence, we didn't mean abolition of slavery, and we pushed through much more years. But that is something that we are willing to view and still working on reparations.
It's so fascinating because as I was doing it again, I came across the term, the Kingdom of Brazil. But
Yes.
you've just explained to me how that came about. And so in 1822, who was the person, the figure? And I'm asking because I'm sure our viewers would want to know, be educated in this. Who was the individual who sought that independence on behalf of Brazil?
The son of the king of Portugal.
Really?
Yes, it became Pedro the First, we call it. So he became the emperor of Brazil, because that time was the trading thing is to be an empire. So he became the emperor of Brazil, but he left not long after, less than 10 years after, he left to assume the throne in Portugal, and then he left his own son, but his son was only 5 years old. So it had to have a council, they have to have tutors. Brazilians were in charge. There was the figure of the emperor, but Brazilians were in charge. And then when Pedro II comes to become the emperor in 1840s, that is the time of great modernization, because he was educated by Brazilians, and at the 1840s, when he becomes the emperor, he has Brazil at his heart and the best interests. So he was the most Brazilian one, and he governed until 1889.
So Pedro in 1822 said, Brazil is independent.
Yes.
But something happened, and it took 3 years for Portugal to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it's difficult to give up the what you call the goose that laid the golden eggs. Brazil actually was in a very good position, producing lots of gold. Brazil produced gold and diamond and silver and other precious stones, but not only. We produce iron ore, we have iron oil, ore. We have other minerals, and it was a very important harbor. It's different from what we think about the triangular commerce. Brazil made commerce direct with Africa at that time. So it was very important. And also it has a way into the heart of South America, because at the south of Brazil, we have Uruguay at that time was part of Brazil. And there we go from that south of the Atlantic all the way to Bolivia. which is very rich in silver. So it was difficult for them to give up on that, but was also inevitable because Brazil was already independent. And that is what we say. Independent of the government, the people make the nation, and the people were independent in there already.
Indeed. So it was a no-brainer, as we say today.
Yeah.
Give them their independence. I was also trying to figure what are the major industries in Brazil. And I came across that, you have diverse industries, as a matter of fact. Significant ones being agriculture, manufacturing, mining, which you just mentioned, services, of course. But the global reach is significant. And the CARICOM has begun to tap in on that reach as well. I know early in the 2020s, there was a meeting of CARICOM, and there's now that relationship between CARICOM and Brazil. I know you're not a diplomat, but nonetheless, what do you see is to be the benefits to be derived from that relationship?
Well, since 2010, we straightened the relationship with the Caribbean. And because I'm a professor and I work at university for so many years. So for me, that is the most important. Brazil, people should know that, gives scholarships to CARICOM countries, and we don't have a limit. You can go there, and people can address. You have 1 year to learn the language, or you learn before if you were smart. Start learning before 1 year you perfected, and then you do your degree. You can do your degree in whatever you want to do. That is the very important part. Not only for the CARICOM, it's not generous from our part. Is about development, because we attract those brains and we construct those networks outside. And that's what Brazil is doing at this exactly moment. Through this network, Brazil is building the most important hospital that's going to use AI for diagnosis, and that's going to be the most important hospital, so-called digitized hospital in the area, in the region, with contributions from India, for example, and from China. Not only with money, but with know-how. The Brazilians also have. Our pharmaceutical industry is a very important one. The areas of health and scientific research in Brazil are also very well developed. We don't talk much about that. But it's important for the Caribbean also about food security, because we produce food from every part of the world. Because we have snow, we produce wheat. And we produce cold products. But we also have in the desert area, so we produce other things. We produce grape, we produce pineapple, and soybean, and other types of beans, and all those types of beans that you think. And that is important today. I feel amazed that I buy, for example, a mango that is from Brazil, but comes through Miami. Or you buy other products. I buy coffee that says is a product of the United States, but it's not. It's Brazilian. Actually, I don't think most people know, but the coffee, the Arabica coffee, we have the Robusta, but the Arabica, which is the strongest one, comes from Brazil. And even when you drink coffee from other brands, the most, I don't want to go into propaganda here, but the most famous brands, they are mixed with the Brazilian coffee. So Brazilian coffee is one of the most popular products that we export, and then is rebranded as other brands, like this is coffee from Italy. This is coffee from Italy doesn't have a plant of coffee. So Brazil is important for our security, and also other things. And go there and explore and study, and open for Brazilians to come here and be partners in our research. We started that some time ago, and then it slowed down a little bit. I think it's time for Barbados, for example, to revitalize that partnership and build more on that.
Is there one thing that you know as a myth that you would love to be able to dispel, to tell the truth of what Brazil or who Brazil is?
Brazil is not only Carnival. I teach a course that is history of Carnival. Brazil celebrates Carnival all over the country, but not everybody is into Carnival. And when it's Carnival, it's much more, especially today, about the history of Brazil that is portrayed at Carnival. Sometimes even the realities of Brazil. There were times when we exposed the inequality and poverty and everything. The camera loves the semi-naked people that is in Carnival. That is less than 5% of the population, of the participants of Carnival. So think about samba school would have, a good samba school, at least 3,000 people participate. Less than 5% would be showing their bodies that way. The other one's going to be covered. You don't even recognize them. But that's the important thing. Is a festival that celebrates race, history, and the Brazilian identity.
And that's the strength of Brazil. Brazil is a global partner, effecting positive change in the rest of the world, but ready to open to do business with everyone, everywhere. That we learned today. And we also learned today that on Sunday they're marking 203 years of independence as proud people. We also learned today that they have all of these industries that are fast moving and are fast ahead of some of the other more well-known industries as well. And that's because they are serious about doing business indeed. And so, Professor Elaine Hosha, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
I'm the one who thanks. It's very good to be here.
You're very welcome. But congratulations on your anniversary of independence, 203. And, you know, don't be a stranger, because I think having these dialogues dispel those myths and also excite us to continue that relationship between one nation and another. And it broadens our experiences as we go. But I thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Morning Barbados is back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that...
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 16 minutes now to go to the hour of 7 o'clock as we turn our attention to excellence. I love it when we have excellence with us, indeed, simply because we are always so very proud of our children, our young people in our community doing tremendous things that deserve recognition. And so the Colin Hudson Awards have been given. And I'm so excited today to have a little 4-year-old who is a recipient of one of the prizes. Her name is Subira Hurley. She's from the St. Gabriel School. Her mommy Carrie Ann Hurley is with her. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning.
Subira.
She's playing shy today.
She's being shy today, that's all right. DeMarco Went, you're with the Combermere School's Key Club. You're the president.
Yes, please.
And congratulations as well.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Let's start with you, Carrie Ann.
Yes.
Talk to me about Subira's passion for the environment and cleaning it up.
Oh my goodness. From very young, she has always loved, she's loved nature. She's always wanted to be out in nature. We couldn't keep her away from the beach. The beach is really her happy place.
Yes.
And so when the opportunity came to participate in the Clean Up Barbados initiative this year, we said, okay, we will participate. So I have an organization called Gems in the Rough. We decided we would go as a group. But while she was at school, they spoke about it at school, St. Gabriel's School. And she came home and said, Mommy, I have to go and help my school clean up the beach. So I said, okay, well, let's just go together. So Gems will go, we'll meet up with St. Gabriel's, and we'll do it as one collective group. And that's what we did. So while we were there, the opportunity arose for the prize. And they said they wanted persons to submit a short video just saying, you know, why they were happy to be a part of Clean Up Barbados. So she said she wanted to do it. So I said, okay. So after we cleaned up, we sat on a bench. This was at Browns Beach. And I said, okay, just tell me how you felt about today and why you were happy.
What was that?
What was that? Say that again.
Dirty then.
It was dirty? But we cleaned it up, didn't we?
No, I did not.
And we recorded it in one take. She just said exactly what she felt, and we recorded it, I submitted it, and the rest is history.
What did she say? Subira, what did you say
What
about
did you
the
say
cleanup?
about the beach? She's really being shy this morning.
Mommy, you have to tell.
I have to say?
Yeah, because you are the one that recorded.
That's true, I did record it. Well, she said that she really was happy to be a part of it because it was important to clean up the environment, particularly the beach, to make sure that we kept the animals, the turtles and the fish safe, and the seaweed. I think she mentioned the seaweed specifically.
Really? What did you say?
I can't remember. That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but you really can't remember. But didn't you talk about the seaweed?
Yeah, you did.
Do you see the seaweed on our beaches?
No.
Oh, you don't like it, do you? So what would you want to do with the seaweed?
Remember you told people about littering? Yeah, what did you say about littering?
I can't understand.
But you left a very, Subira, you left a very important message, girl.
Yeah, you did.
A message that everyone in Barbados needs to hear. What do you think you want to say to Barbadians about littering and...
Mommy, no.
You want to tell me?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's all right. But she did well, and you filmed all of this.
I
and
did.
So here you are, you're recipient of an award.
Yes.
Well done indeed. Does she talk about it in such a way that you get the impression this is something she will live forever with?
Yeah, I do. I do because whenever we're out and about, if she sees any litter on the ground, if she sees anyone doing anything,
Mama.
she says, Mommy, look, litter, that's not good. That's not good for our environment. At home, she's mainly interested in watching shows that speak to nature, speak to environmental preservation, and anything like that. So I can definitely see that it's something that and this is all on her own. This was nothing that like we put on her. She's just drawn to it. And so I can see it's something that she's really interested in continuing to learn about and grow in, advocating for, you know, change and being a positive.
Thing I like more, the only thing is the beach.
The beach.
Only thing is the beach.
What do you love about the beach? I love the beach too.
Only sand.
The sand. You love to play in the sand. Do you build sand castles? How tall? No.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Mine is this big.
Are yours bigger?
Mine is bigger, Sabira. And so sometimes when you're playing in the sand, do you find garbage? You don't find garbage?
Yes, I did.
And
I
what-
find a rubber band.
Oh, that's not nice, is it?
And little bags, garbage. Remember, small pieces of plastic.
It was a bag.
Yeah. What did we have to do with them?
I had to put my dirty hand on them.
We had on gloves though, so.
Yes, but you would want us to put our garbage into the bins, right?
Yeah.
All the time. And so, does it annoy you when you see adults just drop litter everywhere?
Doesn't it? Yes, it does.
But my mommy cut my hair and she just puts my hair on the ground.
And then you say, Mommy, no.
Then we sweep it up and we make sure we put it in the garbage though.
You do.
Yes, I do.
You put a little bit in each garbage.
Yes, and you want her to do better, right?
Yes.
Okay. What about what class are you in?
What class are you going into?
Reception.
I am in class 1. You don't
Does
believe
he
that?
look like that?
You don't believe that. Are you looking forward to going into reception?
Yeah.
Really? But you're still a little tiny little girl.
No, when I go this big, then I will go to reception.
All right, and so you're ready. You're already this big and you're going
Yeah.
into reception. Are you excited about school?
Yes.
What about it? Meeting new friends and so forth?
Yeah, but the thing I like most is auto reception.
Really? That's what you like most?
Reception.
Reception? And so you have your school uniform, right? And you have your bag already? You don't have your bag?
Yes, you do.
But it's not big enough.
It's not big enough?
It's not big enough.
What do you want? A suitcase? Not that big.
Backpack.
A backpack. But you're too tiny for a backpack.
Yes, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
I know.
I'm not.
All right, congratulations to you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. DeMarco. Hi. I'm going to come to you in a minute. Do we have her video? All right. They're talking to me in my ear at the
I
same time, so I'm
realize.
sorry about that, folks. So, if you want to see what Sabira submitted and was rewarded for, take a look.
Why is it important to keep our beaches clean, Subi?
Because sometimes the animal gets sick and they don't like it and the seaweed died and it's not good for the water.
Right. So what do we do to keep our beaches clean?
We clean up.
By doing what?
We get if we don't have crabbers, we can get gloves and then we can put it in the garbage bag. We tie them and then give them to Percy.
Yeah. And we don't litter, right?
No.
Where do we put our litter?
We put it in the garbage.
That's right. So you played your part today? You helped to keep Barbados clean?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, and I can see at the beach. Look back and see.
Oh, look at that. So how did it make you feel?
Happy because I love cleaning.
You love cleaning the beach?
And you probably disappear.
Proudly keeping our beaches clean. Yay, high five. Good job.
Well done indeed. That's little Sabrina Hurley. And so what did DeMarco and his team do? We'll take a look at that right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
DeMarco Went is the president of the Key Club of Combermere School. DeMarco, congratulations, first of all, on your award.
Thank you so much.
What did you guys do?
Okay, so when we participated in the Clean Up Barbados initiative, and then previously to that, the pre-event meeting, they mentioned the Colin Hudson Memorial Prize, and I was like, oh, that's new, because we participated many years before. I was like, okay, since I've now become president, this would be a great way to start off my presidency. So we went, we participated, and then when I got home, I was like, okay, I need to do this. And I have a little experience in video editing, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna come up with an idea, share with my other members, and come up with something. And then I had a chat with my friends, and then we came up with a script. We weren't together at the moment, so we each recorded our own individual videos, and they shared it with me, and I created the video.
And was it difficult to get your team together in the Key Club to say, listen, let's do this together?
Well, yes, because majority of us are students, as you know, so they're not very excited to come and clean up.
Not to get dirty.
Yes. So.
And so there we are, a picture of you guys in recognition, and you're there among them as well. And so it means a lot for the Key Club, but it also means a lot for you to be able to impact your community in a very positive way, to see it cleaner. What message would you say to us adults who are continuing to litter?
Well, if you hear it from the youth, that has to mean something to you guys, because not many people really listen to us as the youth. They tend to listen to the adults because they think we are inexperienced about certain things, but we go to school every day, so we do our research, we take in the knowledge. So yeah.
We can do better.
Yes, please.
We can do better. All right, I want to show people what you guys did. Do you mind? Let's take a look at what the Key Club from Combermere School did.
166 square miles. That's our home. That's Barbados. It may be small, but it holds big beauty. From white sandy beaches to lush countrysides. Tourists come from all over the world just to experience what we get to live every day.
But if we don't take care of it, what will they see? Litter on the roads, plastic on the sea. That's not who we are. That's not the Barbados we want to show. And it certainly isn't the one we want to leave behind.
Every bottle we pick up, every wrapper we throw away properly makes a difference. Keeping clean isn't just somebody else's job, it's all of ours. Let's take pride, let's take action. Because clean isn't just beauty, it's Beijing.
So let's keep Barbados clean. For us.
For them.
For the future.
Clean isn't just Beijing, it's beauty is Beijing. I just love that phrase. Who coined that?
Me.
It's not just beauty, it's Beijing. So if we make it Beijing, we make it who we are, we make it what we do. And it represents the best of who we are. And so now you're challenging yourself, having done that, to be able to repeat, right? Yes, and inspiring other Key Clubs, I'm sure, in other secondary schools to join in the effort?
Yes, please.
Fantastic. You're on a good thing here, DeMarco. How many more months do you have in your presidency?
Well, it's now started, so at the end, when the new year starts, like September next year, that's when my presidency will end.
Ends. Yes, okay, please. So just for 1 year you have the presidency?
Yes, please.
Ah, man. I know, but you have a legacy to pass on to others, please. All right? Well done indeed. Well done to you and your team.
Thank
Wish
you
them
so
well
much.
from us at Morning Barbados. We're immensely proud of you guys,
Thank you
honestly.
so much.
And you too, Subira?
So thank you.
She's so sweet of St. Gabriel's. So we met the primary and the secondary recipients of those awards from the on behalf of the environmentalist Colin Hudson, the late Colin Hudson indeed. And so well done to all. And we want to encourage our young people to continue to lead the way by actively engaging in those things that are Beijing. It's not just beauty, it's Bajan. And so I thank you all for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having
You're
us.
welcome, you're welcome. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at news now. Repair and upgrade works at 47 schools through the Ministry of Educational Transformation's Education Technical Management Unit have been completed. And the ministry is giving the assurance that schools and all other public schools will be ready to be reopened on Monday. Ministry officials and representatives from the teachers' unions toured St. Luke's Brighton Primary School, which was closed since last year to allow authorities to facilitate extensive remedial work. Rachel Agard reports.
$500,000 was spent to facilitate extensive remedial work on the St. Luke's Brighton Primary School. Technical officer with the ministry's Education Technical Management Unit, Jermaine Springer, says the school, which was plagued by environmental issues, is now ready to be reopened.
The works carried out at St. Luke's Brighton were inclusive of ripping out all cabinetry from timber, replacing it with PVC board. That includes the principal office, the nutrition room, as well as the staff room's kitchen. We also did extensive work to the walls, where we chipped the walls and we plastered the walls, and we also painted the walls with mold retardant paint. We also did tiling works to several classrooms. We reinstated electrical plug circuitry. We also did some carpentry works where we replaced termite infested doors, replaced it with new brace and batten doors. We also did some works to the school's hall.
The entire plant was also power washed, repainted. Bathrooms were completely renovated, and an air quality test was done to ensure the plant is fit for use. Principal Debbie Bovell says after being away for 30 weeks, the 98 students and the teachers are ready to return.
This is a beautiful site. It is well ventilated. It is on a hill. It is prime location. And I know our boys and girls are going to enjoy a wonderful time here, learning all of the necessary skills, knowledge, and attitudes that they will need to function.
Second Vice President of the Barbados Union of Teachers, Andre Holder, says the union is very satisfied with the level and the quality of work conducted at St. Luke's Brighton.
We look forward to the start of the new terms come September the 8th, and we hope indeed that all of our members will be happy and satisfied with the work undertaken at the school.
Chief Education Officer Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw says all schools will be ready to reopen on Monday at the start of the new school term.
As we speak, we are ensuring that certain checks are being carried out. As you know, with checks, certain things may arise that you may have to address. But again, it is about being nimble and being able to respond to any challenges that arise. And this is all part of our education transformation agenda.
St. Luke's Brighton was closed on November 25th, 2024, and the students and staff were relocated to the Draxhall Pavilion, Ellerton Community Centre, and the St. Luke's Anglican Church Hall. Rachel Agard, CBC News.
Barbados has a new housing minister in Christopher Gibbs, who was sworn in at State House one day after Dwight Sutherland resigned. Deanza Roberts was there.
Family, friends and colleagues gathered at State House today as Chris Gibbs was sworn in as this country's new Minister of Housing, Lands and Maintenance. The St. Michael West MP thanked God, the Prime Minister and his constituents, promising to continue the work laid by his predecessor. He spoke of the need for attention to be given to the urban areas.
As the PM said, as the MP of an urban constituency, we all know that it is very important for them as well. And as the MP of St. Michael West for the last 3.5 years, officially, and 3 years as a caretaker MP, I have learned that well, that in the urban area, housing is very important to the people. So I would like to continue the work that was laid before me and offer opportunities for Barbadians for affordable, resilient, and dignified housing.
Gibbs was quick to caution that he will first review the ministry's programs before setting new targets.
I need to get my feet wet first. So let me get into the ministry. I will be having meetings with the permanent secretary and all the ministry officials. We will look at the programs. We will see what realistically we can offer. I'm not going to go in there and make any lofty promises that I can't keep. I think that honestly, Barbadians want a ministry to give them good service. So that's one of the areas that I'm going to be concentrated on. People will know their status in terms of where am I on the list. I think that a lot of people don't know where they sit, and there's a lot of confusion, and they call the MPs a lot. Well, I have my application in housing for X amount of time. So that will be part of my mission.
He also pledged to involve small contractors in delivering solutions more quickly and efficiently.
Housing is very important in terms of so much more for the lives of Barbadians, in terms of crime. We all know that urban sprawl, and the Prime Minister has talked about this a lot, that in terms of the previous development, we've become too cluttered. And that has caused some issues, as I've seen, in the urban area. And I look forward to creating solutions that can tackle these challenges. And for the Greater Barbados, we can get more housing efficiently done, create innovative solutions to be able to crank out the houses quicker, and also in that process to also support small contractors to be able to play a greater role in the building and development of this country.
Minister Gibbs now takes on one of the most closely watched portfolios in government, with expectations high for real progress. He replaces Dwight Sutherland, who resigned yesterday. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
This police service has promoted 217 officers in what Commissioner Richard Boyce described as both an achievement and a call to higher service.
The long wait is over. After months of anticipation, the officers of the Barbados Police Service were formally elevated in rank in a ceremony held at the police band headquarters. Commissioner of Police Richard Boyce says the promotion is an elevation to higher service. He says all officers should see it as an accomplishment.
You can tell your sons and your daughters and your friends that you have made that move, that achievement. Because persons in this room, I know, would have given up years ago, months ago, or even weeks ago. Because as it was mentioned on the 18th of March 2024, and because it was that length of time in coming, persons probably would have given up hope that it would come. But this afternoon proves that the occasion has truly arrived, and you can sit comfortably knowing that you have been elevated in the organization.
But with recognition comes responsibility. From mentoring junior staff to resolving disputes in the community, The commissioner said the new senior constables will be expected to lead with discipline and professionalism.
This is a disciplined organization, and there is no copying out of making such decisions. So being the senior constable in the organization tells you that you have to come to work each and every day. You have to make sure that persons under your charge make up their files. You have to ensure that the duties are flowing good and there's no gaps in the way you deploy your persons. There's also the aspect of it that you having to do double duties. That is, in the absence of your full staff member, you may find yourself doing the same duties as the junior person under your charge and also doing supervisory work.
Promotions are retroactive from March 18th, 2024, a reminder that dedication has not gone unnoticed. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
In sports, defending men's champion Mark Venom Griffith was in ripping form as he registered an easy victory when the Barbados Road Tennis Open continued at Orange Hill, St. James. Griffith advanced to the round of 16 along with Dwayne Lynch and Azari Clark. Damien Best reports.
Key matchups left to be decided in the round of 32 at Orange Hill. Mark Venom Griffith in the blue shirt versus Shimon Weeks. A 10-1 lead for Griffith and building. Griffith had Weeks in a stranglehold and he seemed unable to find a solution. The first game over in quick time then. Just 5 minutes as Weeks looked bewildered on his way to the abattoir, holding a sow, 21-2. Weeks had one or two rare shining moments. This rally, moving the ball expertly, keeping Griffith honest before the defending champion commits the unforced error. Weeks spotting an area of weakness perhaps as he repeats the dosage. Griffith asks to come inside. That's into the advertising. Score at this point, 5-all. But that was all the fireworks Weeks had. No escape from another trip to the abattoir. Griffith reeled off point after point to record a 21-6 victory without breaking a sweat. He advances to the round of 16. In the night's final matchup, where the rain played its part, Azari Clark in the green trunks had to battle Mosai Williams. Williams keeping Clark on a shoestring diet, but going for the cross-court winner, clips the net. Clark answered immediately, little more pace, and Williams unable to elevate the ball. These two displaying that hunger and desire to go all the way. No separation just yet, 9-all the score. Fast forward, Clark with the lead, Williams orchestrating a fight back, moves in and earns the point for the aggression. But it never materialized and Clark would secure the opener 21-16. Pressure on Williams to force a third. He got right down to business. Clark guilty of the unforced error. He had to work overtime, but Williams stuck to the mission and eased away with the second game at 21-19, meaning this one was headed to a decider. Rollicking start to the third game. Clark fit as a fiddle, moving around the court nicely, sits up for the smash, got it. Once he gained the edge, 5-3, Clark displayed fantastic touches to maintain the advantage. Weak back arm from Williams. After the turn, more of what the fans came to see, tit for tat. Williams going for the drive, denied. Game point now. Why not another exciting rally to close it out? Azari Clark sails into the next round with a 21-16, 19-21, 21-16 victory over Mosai Williams.
And that's our news until now. More news on TV8 coming up at 12 noon. Morning Barbados is back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Morning Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morningbarbados@cbc.vb and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
15 and a half minutes now after 7 o'clock as I introduce you now to the girl in the front pew. And oftentimes you see them at church. You see them and you think for 1 second they're having a good time, they're managing their faith beautifully, and sometimes the faith just takes you into a whirlwind. And that is the experience of Laura Nichols, who joins me now. She's the author of the book, Safe Space for My Wild Faith. What a title. It grips you immediately. Laura, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson.
Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Let's start with the title first of all. Why this title?
Oh, that's a very great question. In terms of my safe space, I always seek to have a space where I can be fully me. But as you had before mentioned, it was quite of a whirlwind. I am quite unique, and I felt that my faith was a bit reined in. And so I sought outside and I got a chance to express my wild faith. And I also found safe spaces while doing that.
As I listened to you just now, I kept thinking of the prodigal son.
Yes.
Not the story for a second, because, and you know the story well.
Of course.
He went off to seek the world, but his faith brought him back.
Yes.
Not just his need, but his faith. And perhaps that's part of the faith as well. You need something in that faith, that journey of faith.
Yes.
Could that actually describe your experience?
You're quite on the ball. I completely agree with you on that. With my personal experience, I was very, very much in the faith. And then I had a moment where I said, I really want to go deeper, but the questions that I had weren't being answered where I was. So in that way, I went on an exploratory journey to other faith bases as well too, and got more knowledge, and it actually brought me back deeper to my relationship with the Most High. Yes.
What did you learn in that journey?
Oh, I learned that faith has so many different looks and feels, and it's not that box that would have been prescribed for you, but really and truly it's in the little things. It can even be found in silence. All of those things are spoken about in my book, and I don't want to give out too much.
No, I'm not giving too much either. I like the reference to the box, the analogy of the box, because oftentimes we're told the box, as in the church location, is where it all is.
Yes.
And you're saying, from your experience, that is not where it all is.
No.
Sometimes you have to practice your faith elsewhere, or find your faith elsewhere, or find your safe space to practice your faith elsewhere.
Yes.
And so I think there's a lot to learn from your experience, indeed. I really, really do. You started with a girl in the front pew.
Yes.
And just to be clear, because I you know me, I just read this really, really quickly. You ended with the unfolding journey.
Yes.
What a way to really tell this story in this book.
It is quite true. As the girl in the front pew, or as we will call a PK, or priest kid, you are pretty much on show. You have to be a certain way. You can't behave badly like your other friends who are in the other pews. And your father, in my case, was always watching you to make sure that you were on point. And then from that journey from the front pew, I moved from the front pew, of course, and then you continue on to your discovery. So I returned back in different spaces of my faith, and it's just, I don't know where it's going to take me, but I also feel very confident in it, knowing that I have this prior knowledge to get me through.
So it is an unfolding journey.
Yes, most definitely.
In that journey, did it an analogy just came to my head, I can't use it. You know, has it taken you so far back to where you began? As in the place where it all began for you?
Yes, please. And that is actually my book launch tomorrow. It's taking me back to my childhood and my childhood space at St. Lawrence Church. I grew up in the Gap, and everyone asks, how do you do that? Is there a house there? And I was like, yes, there is a house there. It's right next to the church on the cliff, and that's where I grew up for the first 18 years of my life. I was there, 21 actually.
Yes.
And, you know, it has brought me back there. And again, the book launch will be there tomorrow. And yes, I can agree with you. It does bring you right back there.
And we're talking St. Lawrence Anglican Church.
Yes, we are.
Right there in the corner, we can't miss it indeed. And the launch is tomorrow.
Yes.
What time is the launch?
It's at 4 p.m. and we are starting bang on because my dad used to believe in being on time. So I would like to continue that legacy in the launch as well. So 4 p.m. Be there before 4, because if you're there after 4, you may miss it.
You just may. And so you mentioned your father for just a minute and how the father would watch from the front pew, the child. And so what do you now know more or better about your father, whose eyes were on you?
Yes. I speak about my dad in the present tense, although he's transitioned about, it's going to be 20 years next year. But what I've learned more about my father is that his legacy is within the church itself. It goes beyond the pew, it goes beyond the pulpit, it goes beyond the spaces. And I find it in people who are coming to me and who are saying, hi, I remember, and your dad did this, and he was a good man. Sorry, Calmer reference is true, because he was a Calmerian. And, you know, I found that about my father. I found out more things. And yes, again, it is a journey that continues to unfold.
And I deliberately went that way because you're also in your faith in search of your Heavenly Father.
Yes.
And so your Heavenly Father also has his eyes on you.
Of course.
And he must be so happy that she's found in her wild faith the journey back.
Yes.
And to be for the father to be patient enough to say, come home, welcome home. I have never stopped loving you.
Yes.
And that's what this book is all about. It for the reader, to my mind, gives reassurance that it's okay to be a little wild with your faith.
Yes, it is.
But you must be intentional in finding your faith and finding your way. And that's what you've done.
Yes.
And so tomorrow's launch starts at 4 early o'clock at St. Lawrence Anglican Church. But you're offering folks who come something really special as well.
Well, I don't want to give away too much as well. So I just want you to have that suspense building. So yes, when you get there, you will find out what will be there for you.
So folks come to find out what is special for you indeed. But it's a chance for you to hear you will be reading excerpts from the book.
Yes, please, I will be. And I have my host, she is there, Michelle Hinkson Cox. And also we're going to have some guided meditation by Michelle Marshall. There's also Reverend Sandra Hazel and Reverend Nicholas Small Warner, who will be there as well. And at this point, would I be able to speak about my editor? He is going to be there, Mr. Robert Gibson. He's guided me through this journey of publishing, and it has been quite wonderful. And I will continue to work with him more to put out some more publications as well.
So here you are. This is your first publication.
Yes.
Was writing or is writing been a part of you all along until now?
I'm so glad you asked that question. I was just reflecting on that. As an upper sixth student at Harrison College, my best friend who came over from Queen's College, that is Queen's College Guyana, not Queen's College Barbados, she said, you should write a book. And I had a folder in my laptop at the time. I've gone through many laptops, by the way. And it's called You Should Write a Book. So I did both typing as well as journaling, the extensive journaling, in my father's library, which is also my safe space. And that was a journey from the age of 18 to my 41st year.
You do it
40
well.
and
You're
1
wearing,
year.
You're wearing that number well. Very
Thank
well
you.
indeed. And so you stumbled upon the words and you got the push by your friend who came to Barbados from Guyana.
Yes.
And you were obedient to it, even a number of years later.
Yes.
And now you've been bitten by the bug.
Yes, I have.
But in being bitten by the bug, you must find your road, your route, your space as well. Are you going to stay with the inspirational genre, or are you going to want to tempt yourself to try other things?
I have another book coming out in the children's category. This is going to be for second form in the secondary school. So you've just left primary school, so that transition era, and it's about history, as I do teach history, and I want to ensure that that still continues. So that's there. And then I'm currently working on a manuscript about a very mundane household activity, which is quite important, and that's something to look forward to. I had some more time while I was in the UK last week to just sit down and write. So I told my editor, next month, please and thanks, a manuscript will be coming your way.
Really busy. You are busy indeed.
Thank
which is
you.
good.
Yes.
Which is, like, again, you're being obedient. You're being obedient to the call to write,
yes.
to tell the story, to share,
yes.
and to inspire at the same time. And so we want to be there with her, Laura Nichols, the author of the book Safe Space for My Wild Faith. And so you too might have taken the similar journey, finding yourself sitting in church, questioning, wondering, feeling sometimes disconnected, but knowing that you are still connected to the source of your faith and wondering, how else can I practice my faith? Is this the only way in which I can practice my faith? And you go in search. This is an opportunity for you to come to the launch tomorrow from 4 o'clock in the afternoon at St. Lawrence Anglican Church in St. Lawrence Gap. Parking, I know?
Parking, well, of course, you have limited parking within the church, but it's also at Halo Lounge, which used to be shipping for people who are my age and stage. And yes.
So that's where you park, indeed. And then you come inside, get there early, be there early, because something special is happening, and something special will be happening there as well. Your decision to attend means you are intentional in wanting to know more, to find your own space in your wild faith as well. And so it's more than just a chance to hear Laura read from the book. It's more than just a chance to question Laura about what's in the book as well. Question your faith, question yourself, and there are people there who can guide you through, because I know that there will be opportunities for guided meditation as well.
Will.
And so this is such an important time in our lives. The world itself, Laura, has found itself spinning on an axis that's strange.
It's true.
I use that word deliberately, strange. And we're lost. We don't quite understand our footing, because things are happening and it's changing very fast.
Much.
And we want to find something that roots us in this wild space. And so this book, I think, is very timely to bring us back to understanding that we can stand firm, stand quietly while everything else around us is going by. You know, I went to a funeral once, and the sermon was talking about how do we manage our despair. And all the preacher said was, Jesus was in the boat. And that's all we needed to know. He was in the boat because he has the power to say, be still. And everything goes still. But we want to fix everything ourselves. We want to do that, and then we create problems.
It's so true. I am guilty of such.
Me too.
And that's basically what this book is also encapsulating, the fact that everything is going to be fine. Just relax and just hold, because that most high element is who is truly in control. And you don't have to worry, although it may look like everything around you is worrisome. You just have to say, stop, breathe, and relax. And it turns out better than you even imagined. Yes.
Have you reflected for just a moment on the 18-year-old Laura? And I can't say the age because your students are watching.
Oh, no, they know already.
Oh, they know already. And the 41-year-old Laura. And when you see the girl and the woman now, what do you see?
Oh, to that bespectacled young lady that was 18 and ready for the world, I would like to tell her, ambition is a gift that must be used wisely.
I like that.
Yes.
But wisdom comes from experience.
Wisdom comes from experience, and I know that the headstrong 18-year-old did not like to listen to others, like to use experience, as that would have been the greatest teacher. But I would also like to tell her, it's okay just to wait. Exercise patience. These things come to fruition in time, nothing before it's time. But of course, you're 18.
And you think everything is possible. Anything is possible. You shall survive it. But everything in its time. I've been one of those little boys growing up who said, I don't want to have to try it. No. I will observe it and I'll make my mind up.
Yes.
And so there's certain things I will never try, but you will not have me do. And I'm not curious enough to want to do, because I've seen from other people's reactions what could happen. And that's my lesson. That's my experience, indeed. I don't drink alcohol. I do not drink alcohol. I will not drink alcohol because I've seen what alcohol can do to others. And while there's some, but try it, that might not be your response. I dare not.
No.
And therefore, that's what I'm talking about wisdom and experience.
Yes.
For me, the experience does not have to be the individual experience. It is my collective knowledge based upon what I learned about how other people respond. And so a safe space for my wild faith. I like this because I too was a little boy like you. I don't have priesthood in my family.
No.
But I sat in the front pew.
Yes.
And I took time to question and question and question. And I still am on the journey of questioning. But at the same time, I think I'm a lot more comfortable knowing, I've come back home. I've come right back home to where it all started, and to realize that building of the foundation was not as bad as I thought it was at the time. It was not as difficult as I thought it was at the time. And so we become our father and our mother.
We become our parents.
You know this already.
We become our parents. Yes, we do.
And so here you are, Laura.
Yes.
Becoming your father all over again.
And partially my mother as well.
Mother. So folks, don't forget, the launch is tomorrow at St. Lawrence Anglican Church. It begins at 4 in the afternoon. There are only so many spaces in the churchyard to park, but you can park over there by Halo, which is formerly Ship-In.
The Ship-In, yes.
And come inside, inside. Laura will be reading. She'll be signing your book. There'll be opportunity for you to mingle as well. You can ask questions, but you'll be given some guided meditations as well, because it can leave you a little bit uncomfortable because you see your own face, you see your own reality, you feel your own discomfort. And so that's what's going to be happening tomorrow at St. Lawrence Anglican Church. But this is a brilliant book. It starts you and sits you in the pew. Love for you all to come. Really, really come. Really show up. Laura Nichols is the author. Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you so much, Parish.
You're very welcome indeed. Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're back in just a moment.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources. He'll give you the people. Not only will He equip you with ideas, but He will equip you with favor, as He did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time.
spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
24 minutes now to go to 8 o'clock as we turn our attention to all activities happening. We're in St. James, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the month of the Parish of St. James where the focus is on cricket and a whole lot more. It's on Gold Coast. It's also the place of the Holton Festival. It's a place of golf. There's so much happening there, cricket and more, in the Parish of St. James. But it's also the place you find some really lovely spaces as well. And so we want to explore the whole parish for the whole month of September. And so joining me this morning as we take that exploration, I have with me, of course, DeCarla Applewhite. We know her so very well indeed, our good friend. And Stacey Medford.
Good morning.
You're both members of the Parish Organizing Committee?
Yes, please.
Good. A lot of work, right, Stacey?
A lot of work.
But this was a moment you were looking forward to.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. The culmination of everything, it all coming together for the people of St. James.
And you live in St. James?
I do.
Where is St. James?
In Rockdando.
I know you. I know you. The face. I kept saying the face is so familiar. Now I got you good. And so what does it mean for you to be a resident of St. James, to be active about creating opportunities for the people of St. James to enjoy?
Well, St. James is a beautiful parish, and I find that is a very good mix of the rural and then, as you said, we have the Platinum Coast with the hotels and the tourists. So it's a very good mix, and I am happy to be here to promote that and to show the rest of Barbados what St. James has to offer.
What don't we understand, who are not from St. James, about St. James?
We actually have a big community spirit. If you go into some of the more rural areas in Carlton, in where I live in Rockdando, the camaraderie, everybody's outside, they're playing cricket. They're playing cricket in the streets in Beards Road, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of things that people probably wouldn't know about St. James.
DeCarla, you play cricket too?
Well, once you go to the beach and somebody got a bat and a ball, somehow next thing you running up, somebody got to go in the sea and get the ball, somebody clears a 6, then the wave is taken. Oh, it's a whole exciting thing. So you just get involved in whatever is happening.
Indeed so. I know there's short patch cricket coming up as well. That's on the plan?
We are doing, if we're doing beach cricket, I advise you to come in your short pants.
Yes.
Some people may be risky and come in their speedos, but you come in your short pants for beach cricket. I think it's a little unknown fact when I think about St. James is that we have a rich cricketing heritage. It is our strength. So as Stacey was saying, people think of tourism. And then we're also quite rural, we're quite agrarian, everybody got some chickens, yard and otherwise. And sheep, cows, goats, everybody has a little kitchen garden or stuff. But the thing is about St. James, it is very water oriented. And it is very cricket oriented. So when you ask me about cricket, we're doing beach cricket. Why are we doing beach cricket? You see in our schedule, we're going to see that we also are bringing back marble cricket.
Yes.
You know why? We have Desmond Haynes. We have Gordon Greenwich. We have Otis Gibson. We have my dad. Everybody in St. James played cricket, and it doesn't matter. We had persons that have gone to the national, international, county cricket. We have persons. The thing about St. James, it has lots of diaspora too. So even persons who would have moved away from Barbados and came back, even where they were playing cricket. So it's just a thing that everybody plays cricket, and we have some of the top cricketers, the heroes, the mentors that are still here with us today, the memories of King Cricket. St. James.
I'm not going to argue with you on that.
Okay.
That's the truth. That's the truth, hands down. St. James is cricket. What I love about the parish of St. James is that everything you need, you find it at one parish.
Yes.
From banking to supermarket to fast food to every convenience, places to go, places to visit, all in one parish. And so I want to encourage all of you viewing to take the time to explore the parish of St. James. You will find everything to entertain you, to recreate you, to all of those things in one place. St. James, indeed. And I know that because we had the BDF on earlier this week, and I teased them about who won the match, who won the first on the first, right? And you know, they actually said that they allowed St. James to win.
They're so gracious, aren't
They're so gracious. But in other words, y'all beat them bad.
But you know what? Because September is our month.
Yes.
So it's like, come down, and they, you know, we brought them down, and we just roped them in. But I mean, it was a fantastic start to the month of September and the month of St. James. We really are starting with a bang this weekend with our motorcade. We're starting from West Terrace.
When is that, tomorrow?
It's on Saturday.
Saturday,
yes,
yeah,
please.
tomorrow
Morning,
girl.
9.
Also Saturday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m. So we're encouraging everybody from St. James to come out and line the streets. We have some regathering shirts that we'll be giving away as well. So we just want to see everybody out tomorrow from 9 a.m. to about 3 p.m.
From 9 to about 3. You said we're starting at Rotundo?
No, we're starting at West Terrace.
At West Terrace?
Yes.
Okay.
But we're going to go through West Terrace, Hoyts Village,
Orange Hill,
Rotundo, Carlton, Weston, and then we will end at the family spot right there at the bottom of University Hill by the Lazaretto. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see the route. So look out, folks. We hear the music truck. That's because the whole parade is on. And get a shirt. Wear your shirt proudly, indeed. Look at them. They're so beautiful. I love the color. And they really fit well.
Yeah.
So well done, St. James. So the parade is tomorrow. I know you also have today, Friday, some activities going on. What's going on?
Yes. Today, the BDF, we're partnering with the BDF again. We're having a wellness fair from 3 to 5 p.m.
From 3 to 5, where?
Yes, please. It is...
Haynesville.
Yes, Haynesville.
Haynesville playing field from 3 to 5. And so we want you to come to know your numbers. Come get familiar, get healthy again, folks. So the parish of St. James opens up to Barbados, really, to come to Haynesville today from 3. And you can go to the BDF tent and get to know your numbers, get to know your health. And so we want you to come and do so indeed. But a little later on as well, because I know that you're also, apart from the wellness fair, you're having karaoke?
Yes, this would be the second karaoke we're having this week. We had the first one in Husbands, and this one tonight is at the family spot, the same bar right at the bottom of University Hill.
So what's going on here with this karaoke and win? Because it's a competition that culminates later on.
Yes, it culminates on the 27th.
So with every time that you go to a different location, you're trying to find some people to make up the finals?
Yes, please, we are.
We're looking at the top 3, and we're going to be taking them on into the finals. I mean, it's a great place where St. James... We say St. James top and St. James bottom, St. James north, south,
Central, everything.
Yeah, so we're having fun amongst ourselves. Yes. I mean, when you look at the calendar, there's something for everyone in terms of the engagement and in terms of the enjoyment. And one thing I think in Barbados, but one thing I find in St. James, we got enough shops.
True.
And they're in close proximity to each other. And because we're so community oriented, many people still meet up at those shops. But now we're probably trying to move people out of their comfort zone and say, you know, there's another good shop up the road.
True.
Right?
True.
And maybe you need to see how Gertrude is frying her fish or how Selma's sauce tastes. So you know, it's like the whole sense of it is having the excursion. It's having an excursion within St. James. Because when you think about it, it's just like how you know, Stacey, I always tell people, you know everybody from the bus. Because you know when you come down on Highway 1 or Highway 2A, we're all on the bus, we get off at different stops. But now you found out she probably gets off a stop after you, but she really from a Rockdundo, whereas you're from Lancaster. So you get to meet people and realize, hey, you're from St. James too. When the same token, what we're saying to persons is, you never really seen St. James in this way. And this is our opportunity to showcase St. James for an entire month. Indeed. And we have something for you, from health to the karaoke. I know we talked about the cricket games and the marble cricket. We're bringing back that. I mean, how long ago have you heard people talk about marble cricket and blind cricket? So that is also then throughout our calendar, you know. And who can say no to cricket?
I won't. And so this evening's karaoke is at the family spot, which we all talked about earlier, which is right there at Lower Black Rock. And it starts at 6:30 this evening.
Yes.
Is it tattoo still on today?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. All right. So that's what's happening today. So we're having the wellness fair from 3 in Haynesville, and then we're going to the karaoke at the family spot at Lower Black Rock. That's happening to DAY. Tomorrow is the motorcade, and that starts at 9 in the morning. Then on Sunday, you're having your church service.
Yes. St. John the Baptist. Yes.
And that's in the afternoon.
Yes, from 4 to 7. It's going to be, of course, one of celebration and one of praise. It's also an opportunity to start showcasing the talents within St. James. So we're going to have Kofi,
Kimani Jilts, Zane doing some steel pan for us.
We're going to have a flag bearing ceremony.
Yeah, with the cadets from Frederick Smith. Yes,
yes. So it's going to be a nice Sunday evening. It's not as like even song.
Yes, I was going to say that. Yes, you're right.
You just... My usual thing is, I always say, you know, in the old time days, you put on you go and bathe early and put on your Sunday evening clothes. So we're doing that. We're bringing that back as we look at starting officially with our church service and celebration at St. John the Baptist. And St. John the Baptist is up Holders Hill, just below Shop Smart and opposite the Hoyts Village Field. So it's a good
you can park on the Hoyts Village Field and come in, because the car park at the church can only hold so many. But we want the entire community, the parish of St. James, the whole parish of St. James, and from abroad as well. Come to St. John the Baptist Anglican Church tomorrow, Sunday, Pearson Boyne, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and really have a really good time. And so that's happening on Sunday. That you can see it on your screen. The church service starts at 4. I know a number of you are going to say to me, but I cannot be there. I would love to be there. You can watch it on YouTube. And for those of you who are watching from overseas and you know you're from St. James, you want to see what they're doing, you can watch it on YouTube.
Yes.
But as many of you as possible, we want you to come and fill the pews of the church and raise your voices in song in celebration of St. James indeed. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
I'm told that you're having a bit of a social right after.
Yes. Yeah, and that's where we'll have the steel pan.
At the steel pan, and the other entertainers.
Yes.
Brilliante. And I know if you keep listening to Q100.7 FM all month long, you'll be having opportunities to hear devotions led by the people of St. James.
Yes.
As well. You know, Rev Bev doesn't play.
But she does play cricket.
She does?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, she does. Everybody has the arm. I'm hoping to learn spin by the end of the month.
There's a webinar you have coming up as well.
Yeah, so focus on cricket with Tahir.
Tahir Bobulia, yes.
Yeah. That's going to be good. I think it's an opportunity to learn about the impact of cricket on Barbados from a youth perspective. And that's happening from noon until 1:30 on the 10th of the month. There is also going to be your marquee event, which is just around the corner. We need to start telling people about that too.
We're going to tell them to save the date. So many things are happening. So literally we are pulling from the calendar and making one stage, one big event where everyone can actually sample everything in terms of St. James. So we've got the wellness, we've got the sports, we have the karaoke, and we're going to package all of that, because sometimes you can't get to every event.
That's right.
So at least we know we're going to grab you for this one major event for the celebration of St. James.
Who's going to tell me about St. James on the water now?
Well,
Is that you, Stacey?
We both are.
Tell me about it.
Growing up in St. James, one thing you would do every Sunday is go to the beach. And that is something we wanted to bring back. So that's how we came with St. James on the water, as well as Weston. There was a time where Weston was a hive of activity. fresh fish. There's a fish fry. Everybody come down by Weston and hang out. We recently developed the Millie Eiffel Fish Market. So we're trying to bring back that vibrancy to Weston. So St. James on the Water would be held between Weston and Thunder Bay. You're going to have some glass bottom boat rides. So we want the locals to definitely come out. Parents, bring your kids because the rides will be absolutely free. We just invite you to come register when you come. We will have 3 rides. We'll have one at 10, sorry, not one at 10, one at 12, one at 1, and one at 2 p.m. And like I said, absolutely free, all safety precautions. You don't have to worry about the safety of your kids. The Coast Guard will be there. We'll have lifeguards on duty. We're going to play some cricket. We're going to play some football.
Tennis.
Yeah, tennis. We even have what we're going to call our eco-education zone, where we're going to be teaching persons about marine life, and in fun ways, going to play some games, win some prizes.
Nice. When is this?
This is the 27th of...
The 27th, note the date. The 27th of this month of September.
It's going to be a full, it's a whole family fun day. So imagine just from Weston to Carlton beaches, which is the Thunder Bay beach, is just below, above, next to St. Albans Anglican Church.
Yes.
And then, as Stacey was talking, our Western corridor with our former fire station, we have the Millie Eiffel fully redeveloped fish market. We have a community center on the other side of the road. We have the other landmark of John Moore. And as Stacey said, because of the fish market,
here.
it is. That's my first place where I ever had roast breadfruit, roast fish. So it always was that hive of activity.
Indeed.
So imagine once again we're going to be having back the sense of those mosquitoes, which are like everyone calls the jet skis now. We're going to have the glass bottom boats. We're going to have sandcastle building competitions.
Sweet.
So I mean, it's really. People talk about the day at the beach, but I don't know if anyone remembers, and I think for most of us that literally can just walk down the beach, we talk about we're going down to the sea. We don't talk about going to the beach, and that in itself was an entire experience, because when you got down there, you never know who you're going to see and what you're going to get to do. And I mean, like, some guys used to come in and say, "We going out, you want to come?" And then you go, or somebody brings you back in a sand dollar. So we want to return that kind of feeling, and St. James is taking the opportunity this September to say, hey, remember this beach side, remember this feeling, and get that whole authentic feel going again.
That is sweet. On the 27th of September.
Don't forget.
Eat your heart out if you're overseas watching, because you should have been here. And by the way, you don't have too long to book your flight. You can still do this. I mean, we still be on the 5th of September. We have until the 30th. So book your flight and come now home to be here, indeed, to be a part of the gathering in St. James. There's a lot, remember, happening today. Don't miss it out. You're having the BDF's Health Fair and Expo beginning at 3 this afternoon. You have to be there. Come know your numbers on Haynesville playing field. Come get information as well about your own health. Get to know your health. And then a little later on, we're going for some karaoke at the family spot, which is at Lower Black Rock. You cannot miss it. You are going to be a part of the final that's also happening on the 27th, indeed. So go there and get a chance to win some money. Like these here, $1,000 for the first prize, $500 for the second, $250 for the third, and really get ready to compete. Bring your best voice, choose your best song, and sing and showcase yourself. Then on Sunday, we are going to church at St. John the Baptist Church. Begins at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, followed by a social in the afternoon, which is what we tend to do anyway on a Sunday. You can park over by the playing field and you can make your way in, but spend time in St. James, and it's going to be fantastic. There's a whole lot more coming up, so we're out of time. Thank you, Stacey.
Thank you.
Thank you, DeCarla.
Thank you.
I didn't know you were such a bad girl, so Lord forgive
What
me.
are you
I like
talking
you.
about?
You lived. You lived.
That's the excitement of St. James. Like, everyone just simply come to St. James this September and follow us, of course, on your favorite social media. We gather in St. James.
We're on Instagram.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, find them, follow. That's what I've been doing. Thank you so much, ladies. All the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're coming back in a minute.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing
morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Today we're at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center to meet up with Chris Burnett. He's going to tell us all about what they have to offer for the upcoming Christmas season. Always great to be here at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center.
Yes, welcome.
I'm told you're ready for the Yuletide season, as am I. But tell us about your offerings. What can people do here at the LESC?
Certainly, Tisha. So welcome to Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center, first of all. We are very excited as we are gearing up for the Christmas season and end of year, really. All kinds of celebrations. So what we are doing is we're introducing our new 2025 Christmas menu, and we're also changing our standard menus here at LESC. So it's going to be an exciting time, and I want to give you a sneak peek.
And it will be wonderful to see the great spaces that will be available as well.
Absolutely. So everyone knows our hibiscus room that can accommodate up to 1,500, but we've also got some more intimate spaces and our outdoor space. Exciting, and I'm going to show you.
Is that limited in terms of whether you can do a personal event or a corporate event?
Not at all. So we have been hosting lots of more personal events. Just 2 weeks ago, we had an actual engagement in our hillside gardens. She said yes. And we were very happy about that. We have also been hosting party events. Of course, we also have our intimate offices in case you want to do executive recruitment or any kind of employee relations proceedings. We've also got some people who wanted to have smaller, more intimate weddings, just a handful of people, and we love to accommodate everyone in our spaces.
Wonderful. So we're excited. We're going to head over now to the Tiffany room, where I understand Chef David is waiting for us to share some of the updates to this amazing menu. Come with us. So this is the Tiffany room. It's a beautiful space.
It is. It's actually my favorite space here at LESC, if only because of the ceiling to floor windows and the fact that you can see out to the hillside gardens and to our famous neighbor. So it gives you that lovely indoor-outdoor feeling. I don't think there's any space in Barbados quite like it.
And this would be for one of the more intimate events, I would imagine.
Yes, so just last year we actually had a small wedding, guests of just 40. We've also did several of the large financial institutions doing training sessions or team building, because you can, you've got your bar behind you, there's spaces to eat and spaces for meetings and activities as well. So, this one space can do quite a bit, if only because of its dimensions. And because it's got quick access to Hillside Gardens, I find that it's a favorite of our clients as well.
I can't wait to see Hillside Gardens. I don't think I've ever been outside of the LESC, so I look forward to seeing that. But of course, Chef David is waiting for us to share some of those updates to the menu.
Yeah.
So let's head on over. And this is Chef David?
Yes, this is Group Executive Chef David Yard from Mango Bay Group. David, Tisha Hines.
Hey, wonderful to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tell us what you have on offer today.
Well, today on offer, we have a bit of our Christmas menu. We also have some dishes from our canopy menu and our new menu coming to Island Caterers at LESC.
Tell us what's here on display. It truly looks like Christmas already.
Well, thank you very much. So we are starting with our traditional ham sliders, and we're also having marinated seared tuna with garlic crostini. We have sweet potato, pan-seared fish with tomato salsa, and our crushed avocado with tomato salsa and sliced crisp sweet potatoes.
Tell us all about these individual dishes and the difference that they would make to the menu in terms of what's on offer and what people might want to see on their Christmas menu.
Well, for sure you're going to have some nice ham, but what I recognize in what we've been doing is that we need to elevate a little bit of what we've been doing before, and hence why we're now serving dishes looking like this. A lot of flair, a lot more flavor as well, and bringing to the public something that they don't normally see every day.
And some healthy vegan options as well.
Yes.
So if you're a pescatarian, for example, well, we know how Bajans like the ham, but if, for example, you only go with fish or you're a vegetarian, there's still an option for you.
Yes, very much so. Our local crushed avocado with sweet potato crisp and tomato salsa. Everything's from here, everything's local. We try to support our local vendors as much as possible. So here it is for you today.
It was an absolute pleasure being here at the LESC. Thank you so much for showing out for us, Chef David.
You're welcome. Nice having you.
Absolutely. And from you, Chris, there's a major event coming up on Friday that you want to share more about.
Certainly. So we are going to be tasting this exciting menu, some of the items for Christmas 2025 and from our standard menu, as David would have shared. And so we'd like to ask our existing and dormant clients, maybe you haven't done business here with us for a while, give us a call at 467-8200 because it is by invitation only. And so let's get you on the list so that you can be here on Friday to taste Christmas and just our lovely food offering at LESC.
And of course, I get the jump on you. I get to taste now. I think I'm going to start with the sweet potato crisps. What do you think about that? Yeah? Thank you. Chris, are you going to taste with me?
Sure.
And that's our time for today. Thank you for spending your time with us. Our little crew joins me in saying to all of you, have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados, good morning.